This is another video show you how to change the front section into the upgrade versions. So this is how the key look like. The standard part is just these two pieces here, the rotate arm and the bearing lock. You could upgrade in the same time for the bearings, and we're going to show you what needs to be done. And these are the tools you will need it. And first we will just disassemble this like on your scooters. You will need a heat gun or cutting it off like I did in the last videos, but heat gun normally works. Once you heat it, 然后梧桐这样帮手上装个样子。You could 先用这个吧。You could first try with this one with 68 to 75 round spanners. 就and it goes off， 好就可以了。然后再用这个。If it's too hard to take it down, you could try something like this, and you will definitely destroy this part, and in the same time, it will take it parts out. 好，可以了，装个样子就可以了。好，再把它拧出来。Once you lose, I did not apply the thread lock here, but in the real case, you have thread lock, which need to be heated and done. And about this cover here, this cover go around into the head tube, which is also update. The old unit cannot fit this cover, it can only fit two small cover. I will show you how it works. And once you remove this part, you can take the front section out and the bearing out. And in this time, if you have old bearing, it's good time for you to upgrade the more prices bearing. And I'm going to show you how to take out the bearing race. And you need a tool like this. This is 34 to 43 millimeters. And you need a puller like this. And 梧桐一上，整谁随便整谁。搞过好搞一点。Into get the puller in and expand it so it can keep some pressure into it. And connect it. 对，反向。Upside frame like this. 就搞一个出来就行了。So it comes out like this. 再回过来。So you could do the same way on the bottom one to just get the race out to replace it with the more accurate one. And right now I'm going to show you with this tool to fit the race into the frame. 来这。要帮手了吗？这个下就。这边有个活的东西。You will need a spanner to tighten the bolt in the bottom, and the pressure will press this razor into the head tube of the scooters. 帮手只是固定住悬上面是吧？对，不让它动，要不它自己会一起动。You keep the bolt in the position. It's a two-man job, or you could do it by yourself, one person. But it will fit the race nicely into the frame. And all the way in the bottom side. And right now, after that, when you got this part, you disassemble them. And these are the small bearing cover I mentioned. You could slide one bearing cover into the bottom. 再来演示一下涂黄油 ，and 对，把油给涂上了，用那个擦着油的。This is the grease we use right now, and it should work very well against water and everything. You could brace it, and there are better video on YouTube about how to grease the bearings than what we are doing right now. I'm going to show you a little bit about it. and you could search the video about motorcycle bearing service, and it will show you much better way of how the grease is done. I'm basically show you what need to be done to get it done. 然后这根管子要吗？把这个轴承敲下去的这个。
想办。
拿一个吧。
拿过来吧。
And the bottom bearing is 对， is get into the frame like this, and you might need 它去拿了 you might need a tube to hammer the bearing down. You can find the tube to hammer this area. The fit is quite tight or not perfectly tight. And after this is done, we go to the frame, and we do the grease again for this bearing on the top, and then we slide them in and put the cover in. 就装一下 and we use the high strength Loctite to 不要涂了吧，不要涂，to apply all the way around. And then you try to lock it. Okay, so this is the time of this spanner come to the job. You can lock it as tight as you can. It will not over tight the bolt. It will only keep the pressure into the bearings. 再紧一点吧，装个样子稍微。啊，没紧的。哦，紧了，有可能一个很紧，因为下面没有。Go as tight as you can, and just feel it doesn't to be too stiff. And you might feel a little bit stiff over here, but on the handlebar, you feel quite loose. And this basically all the thing you need to do to upgrade the front section and do the surface of the bearing. And the bearing is suggested to be changed from certain amount of time. The notching issue that everyone is complaining have to do with the grease, have to do with cover, have to do with the bearing itself. And with the new grease, new cover, new bearing, it should be a problem free. That's all for these videos.